It's morning, 9:36 a.m., Saturday, August 12th, 2017. I don't know when this video is going to get out. If I'm lucky today, I had put out some information, a video yesterday, and excuse me, grapefruit juice time. What is stuff? Works on your body. It's good for you though. Very healthy. Helps you lose a little weight. Well, there's a lot going on. Anyway, I was trying to bring these videos to a halt so I could finish things, get out of here, and I was getting messed with by the other side. The ET, our friends coming in and out is nonstop. It was twice last night. I was going nuts, beating the crap out of spirit on the other side last night, and part of my own self out of the body, that part of me that just hangs out of the body. It's kind of dormant, but it's literally stopping me because it's little pieces of Lily and me. I mean, it's just that they've never had a life. They don't understand. They're doing what they can, but they won't listen. So they're getting frozen, put asleep. Some of them just killing them. One of my computers, the one that's most vulnerable, it's also the one that I make the videos on. Keeps getting hit. I got to go to the other side and literally kill shit so that I can get a video done time and time and time again. And then I saw a couple of days ago, I said, this thing is the computer. I looked at a computer, I could just see inside. Not exactly what, I can't fix it like that. I could see this thing has got physical damage inside it now. So sure enough, a few hours later, I was trying to upload a video and I couldn't. Now you can't even turn it on. So anyway, I already knew I got to take it in. There's a gentleman out there who listens to me. I want to tell you something. Send me an email. Seems like, gee, a lot of people say, gee, Jay's talking about me. No, I'm not. There's one person in particular that's not going to want to send the email, but I need to tell them about it. You're trying to get in to the computer to get some information, but also to find a way to break ice talking with me. You'll find a way to do it indiscreetly soon. This is not a call for people to email me. Please don't do it. What's going on right now, how busy Deanna and I are, is fracking insane. I'm loading up 2 or 3 new computers today. I have all kinds of programs I have to load onto them, information to put into them. It's 2 desktops. When it's time for this gentleman to get a hold of me, and he represents a small group of people, you all have been allowed, thank you, you all have been allowed to actually talk with some of our, to get conversations, to get talk, data from some of our ET friends. That's being done on purpose. You'll find a way to contact me that's not email. I'm not going to say how. That's why I said don't anybody send me emails on that. This gentleman knows how to get a hold of me. He now knows what he needs to do to get a hold of me. The government put some kind of a block on that thing, on that computer, trying to keep me from getting certain stuff done. Our friends in space, we call Deanna and I call them the out-of-towners. They're trying like hell to get a hold of me. They can't fix a computer. They don't mess with the computers, but I'll tell you about what happened there in a minute. They're trying. They're wondering why we don't have all the cameras and everything set up yet. And on the other side, they're knocking lights out in the house with these different fixtures that just need to replace because they're tired. So they knock the bulbs out. And, I look at something when it happens, I see what it is. Just like when that light just flashed. I'll be in here making stone, building spheres using the stones and everything. And the only time that light will flicker is when the AC unit outside kicks off. I got a 4-ton unit. This house, 2.5 tons, plenty. I got a 4-ton. Everything I do is overkill. The energy I put in stuff, overkill. It's not overkill. It's, whatever. I don't know the word for it. It's everything it needs to be plus another 50% or more. That's how I do everything. When I built my shop over there, the 2x4s need to be placed about, 18 inches apart or something? I said, okay, great. It's more than that. But anyway, I said, okay, great. We're going to use 2x6s, and we'll go in 12 to 14 inch spread. Whatever works for your drawing. And what? I said, yeah. I want to build something as solid as hell. The tree fell on it. What happened? Nothing broke. They got to do a little work with the shingles and stuff, but I don't have to have the physical wood replaced and where the tree hit. The rest of the house, a lot of the house needs that. The house was built in '82. Anyway, so Dana and I are trying to get that stuff, getting the orders and stuff taken care of. I finally got caught up on all the spheres. Shane and Don will be doing the DNA crank up on you all in a few hours. Good few hours, but by the time you see this, it'll already be over. I'm still doing a couple of those things, folks, but I'm not doing regular open consults. It's too much. I don't have the time. I never said I'd never do another one, but I said the regular consults were stopping. Sometimes I need to do one because the people need it. So. But we have so much visitation here from our out-of-towner friends, the ETs, our other family members. It's insane. This guy came back in. Last night, Deanna and I got shipped up to her ship. Excuse me, and we got looked at. This is important for y'all. You can't really call that an abduction because we offer ourselves a free will and they're helping us. I was so sick and falling apart, and then the ETs, they're like, we got to help him because he has a job to do regarding us, helping us come out in the open, and he's dying. That's why they put that big thing in me. It goes through the intestines, through the whole body. There's 2 of them. One through the intestines, one out on the spine. God damn it. There's a young lady and a young man, source spirit out of body. They're source mates, spirit mates. They're learning to talk with me now. Yay. So Deanna and I at least have a heads up on what needs to happen this next week. All I've known is I got to keep going and get out of here. And it's finally getting a little bit organized. That's why I got to get the hell out of here. It's one of my jobs. Anyway, so they put us on the ship, worked on us. It's important. What's important for you all to know, this is what I was I mentioned this is important, and I never said it. Gee, that never happens with me, huh? Lots of times when something happens and they put you under, they're not tearing your brain apart. They're soft and gentle, especially with Deanna and I. Remember, they have equipment. They can read what you are. They know who I am. Big time. When this new alliance was formed, when the new alliance was formed, I was there as myself. The body was asleep. I was there, and I literally started everything, opened up the proceedings. You'll find out about that in the future. So what? This crap's not about me. I want to get the hell out of here. But that part of me that's outside of me understands I need to get this shit done so I can leave. Am I violent? No. Am I aggressive? Yes. Especially now. Anyway, the important thing I wanted you to know is that when you do have a visitation, when something's done to you, even though they put you to sleep, you have in your mind what you are inside. You're still awake and aware. They call it the subconscious. That's you. It never sleeps. Okay, it's aware something's happening, but then once you wake up, it's trying to tell you It's trying to tell the conscious mind, finding the right imagery that something happened. For instance, when I woke up, Dan and I went to sleep early. I conk out first all the time, and she's in her room using a computer for this and that. Dan and I are very close. I snore like hell. And our personal life is our personal life. We're having a ton of kids, 48 children together. Okay, that's done through the body reproductive stuff, but it's done out of body. Her eggs and my fluids and making children on the ships. But we do have our own rooms. We fell asleep right about the same time because we were tired, literally. And we both knew we were getting visitation. We both knew we were going up on a ship. They say, you got beamed down through the roof. Actually, you're made subdimensional and you just go through whatever's there. You can even go through lead. Excuse me, the problems come with radioactive material. If uranium has been refined and then energized, that can kill you trying to go through it. Anyway, and there's more stuff, just leave it. I have a bit of an attitude today. Not against, anyone listening, just what I got to do and what's been happening. What the hell's this about? Okay. Got to call Create Space on a book I wrote. I've had to make some changes in the second book. And the first book I did already, sent it in. It's being reformatted and then sent back for my approval. The creation book number 2, I had to make a couple more changes in. So I need to talk with them about that stuff and how it goes. The fact that I'm still in body, still in this damn body, has brought about changes in things that were supposed to happen. Why? Because what's running the other side is stuff that doesn't know what the hell to do. I have to go home and I have to let loose the large lilies. And then everything starts happening. I'm not Jay, who I am inside, who's actually talking to you, not this physical body. Remember, you're not the body. You're the person inside the body driving it, trying to drive it. It's got its own built-in remote controls where other stuff, the other side can mess with it, and it's just whatever. So what I tell you is kind of confusing. It'll make more sense as time goes on. Some of you already understand because you're living the wonderful experience. You're already on the ride. Anyway, getting back to what I was telling you. So when you're put under, your mind is going to find, you're going to find some way to tell your, as spirit, you understand all this. But you have to use data collected within the brain, images and stuff from this life, things readily available, thought processes, images readily available to try to explain to yourself what happened without freaking out the body. So what you do is, I woke up. Dee and I both got knocked out early, about 12:30. By 12:30, we were knocked out, and I mean knocked out. And then it was just before 1:30. We woke up, same time, and I went in and talked to her and said, "Honey, this, this and this and that and this, that, and she goes, yeah, and I got this, that," and I said, yeah, and she said, it's that same guy that's, with the bedside manners, but he doesn't feel like the other guy. And I said, yeah, because he's not. Because the first guy we were talking about, he was aggressive. He'd take your body, throw it around like it was a piece of meat, I hate to say, and just like it was a piece of garbage, a sack of potatoes to kick around. That guy doesn't do that anymore. As a matter of fact, he's not a doctor anymore. He's got mental issues now in his physical brain. Karma is around, and karma's a bitch. No one should be treated like that, but that goes for me too. So anyway, we talked about it, and I told her how I had this dream. When I woke up, I had this memory dream given to me, and I was there was a circle of people talking in a weird house. It was a human house, but it wasn't. It was something was wrong with that. I was in a circle of people talking. They were human, but something was wrong with that. And then I finally said, that's great, y'all. I got to go home. I had enough. And then I woke up. That was me talking with them. That was me talking with them and not having any kind of recollection of it. And they all just kept trying to talk, and now I relax, go back, I can see who it was. I was sitting there, part of a council that was right there on the ship, just a small thing. Serpolian, Eben, Grays. Something about them coming in. Part of that has to do with the house. Serene was there. And so anyway, and then also there is a point where was that? That might have been the second time this morning when we got put to sleep. No, it was the first time, and they have these weird. It's like drills, but it's like a big thick needle that moves. It's thin, but it's for a needle. Like for a shot, it's big, and it moves and it's all over the place, and it's very delicate. I mean, it's strong, but it's very careful and delicate in the way it treats you. It's non-traumatic. I forgot the name of it. It's like DeBakey's forceps. I used to work in surgery, scrub nurse, scrub tech. Anyway, non-traumatic, whatever. There's another word. Anyway. They went in my stomach, trying to find some way to keep that going. The other side is literally kicking up my energy, you can see. I'm sick, I'm tired, I don't feel good. But they're pumping me up to get this stuff done, and hurrying up to get all this other stuff done. Finish the house, and because they know I'm ready to get out of here, and when I make up my mind, deal with it, that's how I would tell them. That's what I tell anyone. I have a job to do. I know what I am. I know my job. I know it needs to happen. I'm the oldest fart there is. Anyway, So, the dream that I was having was directly relative to what was happening, just not exactly as I was seeing in the dream. Folks, when you have dreams, I've had dreams that were so exact, I saw everything perfect. It was like I was there, but not many of them. Usually they're very foggy and cloudy, and it's a basic idea. Why? Well, it's because I don't know how to use my abilities yet. Hell no. It means that's the best way you can explain it to yourself. Y'all rock, man. Y'all can do all kinds of crap. I know because of what I do, I can do some things that other people can't do, but I know because of what I do and what it takes, and I know who you are and what you can do, I know you can do most all of that. If it was y'all's fault, I would scream, wake up at the top of my lungs. But it's not. Everything where you're at and everything else that's been done to you. What did it can never do it to you again. Never. And soon there'll be something to protect you from it. Everything's changing, folks. It's a good time to be you, but... And I'm supposed to bring the CT down here. Deanna's going to be on... Damn it! Deanna's going to be on the drop ship. Who knows? Right now, 8 years from now. Who knows? Could be 28. It won't be, because I'm not going to be here that much longer, but I'm stuck here for a few more months. But in the meantime, like the ETs, like they can, as a matter of fact, just to make a point, when okay, I didn't finish telling you. So, my brain's jumping nuts all over the place. I apologize because I want you to hear this, understand it, and I realize it's hard for you when I jump around. The only thing more difficult is being in my head, dealing with all this crap that's in there. I'm seeing crap going on in Africa right now, okay? Something with elephants being hunted. I appreciate the kind thoughts when people have said, you know, Jay, I wish I could be like you. Don't ever want that on yourself. I'm not crying about what I do. Don't go there. I'll show tears through compassion, but never about personal attack or something. Hell, when I get mad at what's coming at me. Somebody slaps the hell out of me, and then someone else walks up. I'm gonna say hi, how you doing, or nothing. I'm not gonna be mad at them. That's kind of stupid, isn't it? Some people are like that. Guess it's just needing an outlet, not many. Anyway, so then after that happened, and Deanna and I were up for a few minutes, and then boom, got knocked out again. And that same gentleman that was working on us, he needs a better bedside manner, but he's careful about what he does. He doesn't treat you like a sack of taters. Sack of potatoes. That's a line out of something Junior Samples said a long time ago. Or some lady said. Anyway, supposedly Junior Samples hit this woman. He was on some show called Hee Haw, and the woman said, "Well, he knocked me flatter than a sack of taters," meaning he knocked her out. Anyway, that's crazy, huh? Man had a woman. What a man. Back to what we're talking about. So then he came back, and he was here physically walking around. And he was looking at the cameras and stuff, and he goes, we see it on the scanners. We're doing this. This is our entrance. What's going on? What's going on? We've been running around the house, didn't you showing this? What's the matter? And he didn't know why he wasn't done yet. He wasn't freaking out. I'm making it seem like he's freaking out. He's not. That's me. Not freaking out, just... I'm pissed at dealing with the other side. I'm pissed at the way everything's gone, and I've been fighting for the last 8 years. Put myself into a rehab center, a hospital, and then a rehab center just to prove shit that you're going to use for yourselves. I don't mind doing it, but look, I've been busy. I've had a lot of shit to do and I've done it. Fighting the original first being male and female. Total bitch. Thank you. Killing them. But what I went through, you kill this piece, find another, kill it, find it. And the whole time the stuff's attacking you. And then when I was attacking them, when I had a little time off, then there was Aramelius, parts of Aramelius, Lilith, Armelius, my beautiful brother. This piece of him left. He was awesome. He's just stupid. And then Lydia, his source mate, spirit mate, she was a bitch. And they have kids all over the place. They're all locked up now, but people can't even understand that. Someone would say, man, listen to this guy Essex, Jay Essex. He's insane. No, I'm not. I've proven that through two boards of one board of doctors and another group that I talked to one psychiatrist. And she's just like, cool. Just keep going. You ever want to talk, let me know. Just keep going. Folks, that was for you. I didn't do it for me. People, the third dimension needs to understand that especially on the earth, that metaphysical abilities are real. It's the bigger part of who and what you are, even though you're in the third dimension, driving around a third dimensional body that you don't have full control over whatsoever. And this is causing issues with the DNA stuff with the scientists. We're finally setting, I gotta get the download. God. I have to re-download my recorders for the Skype. Got new Skype channels. I'm tired. My body's very sick. My energy is up through the roof. I'm being cranked up even harder right now. Quote unquote helped out to do this, and I want to be home. So I can't hardly physically walk. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated, okay? And if not, so what? What I always say, it's what I do. Deal with it. That's what I do every day. I deal with it. Anyway, folks, I don't know when you're going to get this. I'm going to try and, I got two systems I got to load up and do at the same time, but I'm not a computer whiz. Any of you that have been listening to me, you know that. Hell, I'm a janitor. So anyway, now I got to find a way to, I got to literally put another computer upstairs here. So I'll be reformatting that after I give it to and then get it back from the shop. I'm having to put a huge SSD in it, solid state drive. Folks, this is going to happen because it needs to. It's to help you become aware of them. It's to help them break into a meeting with you. They're going to help us. They came, these are out-of-town buddies, the ETs. They came from other galaxies. Do you know how big the Milky Way is? It's fracking huge. They came from other galaxies. Those of you that are worried about the intermediate galaxy colliding with ours, don't worry about it. Okay, that's not an issue. I'm not going to explain all that why. Just don't worry about it. If you don't mind, I got enough on my plate right now. So yeah, Deanna and I are also learning how to use these other cameras. She's got so much to do. I pretty much do the camera stuff. I'm teaching her how to do some of that. So they wouldn't let me put together to upload the cards. We use cards to put in these cameras, and then it takes this little FAT32 system, and then you actually take these frame sections and you have to render them. You put them together, match them softly, touch them together, and it makes a constant thing. That's why every once in a while I'll be talking and it goes, you hear a little like that. There's a slight problem in putting that together, and I just bought a stronger program for doing that. This one will be up here somewhere. So anyway, so I got to make room up here to put that in there. So we're moving more stuff around. Then, of course, we got the roof going on in the house. We're going to have electrical work finished, started and finished pretty soon. It doesn't need much anymore. It's just some new outlets here and there and stuff like that. Change the way the fuse box is run with the fuses in it. So then got to set up the shop out there for Deanna. So the roof is a big thing, though, then the windows. And there's all the other legal stuff. You know, I know we all have things to do, but this is insane. So anyway, when the guy came here and knocked us out, and then he woke up, and then I knew what it happened again. I walked in to see Deanna. He goes, "I'm really groggy. They put us to sleep again." And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "They were here in the house." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Who was it?" "One guy." Yeah, we just talk back and forth, do stuff like that. It's hard to remember everything. And she's getting so much stronger too, and so this stuff is harder. To be conscious-minded is harder for her. She's incredibly intelligent. Schooling she had. Anyway, folks, look, love you. Some exciting crap coming your way. So, love you, have fun, and get ready, cool. Here it come. Take care, have a good. Well, of course, gotta go back on and say something I forgot to say. Actually, something else I'm being led to say. I told you about, so I gotta remember to tell you about the book 2. But anyway, what I told you about a video I was trying to upload. It's a long one, and the other side wouldn't let it happen. It wasn't that long, an hour and a half. But and that's because I was trying to get away from doing this. They were insisting I would, and I was like, "Screw you, I'm leaving." But they understood that it needed to go this route. On the video that I was going to put out was, I'm not aware of everything, folks. I mean, come on, I'm in a body just like you. I can do some really incredible stuff, okay? That's because of what I am inside, and it's my job. I'm the janitor sweeping the floor. I'm getting work done right now. Anyway, on August 11th, a few days ago, was that yesterday? It was yesterday. I have no recollection of days anymore. Deanna and I, we knew we were going to be taken, brought to a ship. Taken seems taken, no, it's, being brought to a ship to be worked on. And I told you they're trying to heal me, trying to help out. It's important to them, and they understand it's important to everyone, that I'd be here a little bit longer. I'm going to say everyone. I'm thinking about the other side, and right now our friends from out of the out-of-towners are friends from other planets. So they were healing the hell out of me. Well, when they come to do this, these people are important. some of the best doctors, okay, in the universe. And thank you for the little affirmation there with the lights. They are the best. I hesitated because I had to look and see for myself before I said it. It's not that I never make mistakes. I do. And usually I'll take them and put them out in front of you. And, that's not putting egg on my face. It's showing you never stop just because you didn't get something as right as you should have. Or, you're incorrect about something because you're learning, you're understanding. Don't ever stop that. Someone says, you made a mistake. I said, what? Just look at them in the face and say, in the old, what great mathematician hasn't used clear? Hit the clear button. What artist hasn't painted over his own work before? And if people can't understand that, then frack them. They need to have their face shoved down a toilet bowl and flushed 20 times. Don't go doing that to someone, please. And I don't say please much. Okay, let's not do that. I want everything to flow with all of you as best as possible. Now, back to what we're talking about. Excuse me. Still unclear. Anyway, so when they come, they have a lot of protection. Okay? A lot of protection. Truck ship, large one. Large truck ship. Small ships flying around. They were right over the house. Last night and the night before. So it was the night of August 10th when we went to sleep, and it was happening actually that next day, August 11th, yesterday, early in the morning. Just like what happened today, which we're calling last night. When they were here in force both days. Deanna we haven't had a chemtrail around the Atlanta area and in many other places that I've talked to folks for I don't know how long. And like I said, it's not that you won't see them. It's not that they're not happening anywhere, but there's a whole lot less chemtrails going on. Different areas get hit for different reasons, just like right now. Deanna said the sky was full of chemtrails. So is that the Anunnaki telling the U.S. government to hurry up and put them up? Put up the chemtrails now. No, they're not even around anymore. That's the U.S. government doing something that they think they need to do. They don't know what to do. They're clueless. And what's that, Miss Cassidy or something on the Camelot or whatever? Oh, we have friends. We're strong. We take care of ourselves. Wow. Okay. Someone needs to wake her up. Might take a cattle prod. I'm being mean, Miss Cassidy. I don't mean to. It's just... I wish you'd quit sucking up what you see on the internet. You've been razzled a few times that you don't deserve. I don't mean by me just, saying what I did. I'm hoping you'll snap out of it. Excuse me. If you ever want to crank up, call me up. I'll give it to you for free. It'll help. There's all kinds of stuff that's been done to us by spirit, by stuff in body, which was literally meant to do it by spirit that did it on its own now that they don't have stuff controlling them like they used to. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But anyway, these people preaching doom and all that, folks, let it go. You want to see what's going to happen? You're going to see it here. I try not to say that, but you're going to meet him here. So, I know of one time, it's a set date when something's supposed to happen. That's funny, I said that, and now it just went from later, from the 28th to the 24th, that same month. Well, we'll see what happens. Everything keeps changing. Part of it has to do with my ability to work with what's on the other side to do what is necessary to bring that about, the actual time. Anyway, whatever. I thought I'd tell you about the chemtrails. What happened on the evening of the 10th, but the morning of early morning of the 11th of yesterday, really early morning, Deanna and I were put on a ship. And I had more stuff done to me and her to make sure I could keep going, to make sure this introduction happens. But because of all the activity, They hit Atlanta here hard as hell. They were right at both times. They were right over my house. A bunch of ships. They didn't mind showing themselves either because it's time. It was at night. I'm talking about like radar and stuff like that. They didn't mind showing everyone. It's like you were here. So they won't send any jets. They know that the governments know enough about the Drak to know who they are, to know when they're looking at them, and to stay the hell away. Anyway, also, I don't make this about me, but I am what I am. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. It's my job, okay? I try to be not tippy-toe, but I try to walk softly when I have to say something about myself, because it's not about me, and I don't want it. It'll never be about me. Okay, that's stupid. But I am what I am, and I'm doing what I'm doing. And you're going to meet these folks. It's another reason I'm staying here longer, but that's also changed a lot of stuff that I wrote. I'm not in charge. I can't run lives. I have a job to do. The other side, what's over there, what's left over there, trying to help out, doesn't have the experience of knowledge of sometimes 0 lives. They're incredibly intelligent, but they don't understand. Now, you have to have lives to understand. Folks, you have to have at least 100 million lives before you can figure anything out, okay? It's not like it just happens overnight. Ta-da! So anyway, because things have changed, and I wrote my second, the book number 2 before it was, I think I wrote it in 2015. I wrote it in early 2015 or something like that. Things have changed. I had to get, I had to clean the book up by getting Michelle's name out of it. Her spirit is no longer even source. This happened to some other source mates. Other people with source in them. There's a price to pay for going against others or trying to go against this awakening. Anyway, that doesn't mean someone saying something bad about it. I'm talking about people who are strong source. They're a part of what's happening, and they try to make it about themselves. We all have to learn, and we learn by doing things incorrectly or have an incorrect thought that we learn needs to be changed this way. It changes our understanding and develops even stronger wisdom. It's a good process. But this is going to happen. When what I really am, when I get out of this body, I can do a lot. My job is to serve. Think of a beat-up old man in overalls with a mop and a broom and a hammer, screwdriver. That's me. I'm your big brother, the older brother of the family. I'm a janitor, so that's what I do. But I also do meet and greet. So anyway. So things to be changed in the book too. Just a couple things. I want it to be as remain the same as much as possible. But Dana sees things really well for herself, and also the nice lady spirit guide, source family, source animal, family member that talks with her. They're like sisters. She helps her when it's time for me to hear something. Folks, we all help each other through spirit guides and everything else. And now we're meeting our family in space. Medical bills? Wait till you see how that changes. Doctors are going to be doing what they can, all these degrees and everything, and they'll just be doing what they can to help you here and there. Interest rates on your mortgages, watch that go through, right down to the seller. Everything's going to change. Health insurance is mandatory here in the U.S. There's no real loophole to get around certain things. I don't pay a ton, but I pay right around 60 or so a month plus a big deductible. Big deductible. But they won't even cover Symbicort that I need to breathe. Or Nexium. My acid indigestion that I have allows me to belch on camera. I don't want to be rude, crew, but things are what they are. I'm not going to waste time trying to take it out of a video. Anyway, that's enough of that. That's what's going on. And you're going to see him here. Doesn't mean you've never seen one on the internet. But well over 90% of what you've seen on the internet is garbage. It's more than 90, but let's just leave it there. Anyway, folks, I thought you'd get a kick out of the chemtrails. Wanted to explain what was going on with the book. And I guess we'll see you real soon. When you go to relax and close your eyes, or don't close your eyes, just relax, calm yourself down and open up. Try to open as soon as you can relax and can let yourself go. Just let your energy flow. It's already flowing through you. Just let it reach out and just touch energy that's already there. It's like taking your hands and putting them through a warm room that's got moisture in it. It's not like water, but it's like water if the water was really light. And extend yourself out into it. And you feel strength, power. That's the field. It's also comfort. It's a home for you while you're stuck in a body. And it's extremely protective. And it's full of energy. It's full of knowledge. For you to learn to understand in your own way for yourself. And then the more you do, the more you understand about different things, the greater your wisdom. Which makes us no better than a snail, or more important than a snail. We are family. When you realize that we're all equal, and someone wants to say that they're better than you, or put out that attitude, you won't get mad at them. You just look at them and say, wow, what a nitwit. I gotta go. Folks, love you, man. Have a good